Okay, game week Thursday. Excited about Saturday's game against Purdue. Feel like they continue to improve each week watching them, and I think it's a great opportunity for our guys to have a really good football game on Saturday. Looking forward to a great attendance by our crowd. We've got 2 of these left this season at home, so obviously we always look for, can we have a great home environment? We've got this one and Thanksgiving weekend. So really hopeful that that's going to be the case. Our players are excited about the game. Always fun to get back at it. And then, of course, after a loss, all you want to do is play. That's kind of what you want to do. So you want to get back out there and see how we can do. So our guys are in good spirits. We'll see where we are health-wise, and then go from there.
You mentioned that Jonah would be day-to-day. How have you seen him progress this week?
He had a good day yesterday in his progression, but he's still all in rehab right now. So we'll see if he can get some practice reps in today, get some running tomorrow, and then make a decision on Saturday.
And then to go along with that, how have you seen, what's been your evaluation of Adam throughout the season now that he's maybe taken some more reps in practice?
Yeah, I think Adam is, a really good football player and keeps getting better and better. I think he's running the ball a lot better this time of year than he was early on in the season. He was getting, tackled here and there early, and now he's really doing a great job of breaking tackles. He's got great hands, really good in pass protection. Only a true sophomore, same age as DeMond, played together back when they were kids. So it's fun to see them back to, as 2 Arizona kids together, running the, quarterback, running back. And I see Adam just improving. And if he this week, if this is his week to go out there and start, I think he's going to have a fantastic game. And if it's Jonah's week to continue to go start, then I think we'll have a lot of Adams this week as well, and we'll be able to see what he can do.
You've played in relatively good weather prior to Wisconsin, and that sucked, and it's not great out there now, and it's not going to be great on Saturday. How does practice change? Do you do things differently in this type of weather than you do, say, like in September?
This week we were outside the whole week. We did a little walkthrough at 7 o'clock in the morning yesterday and had some good chill and some good, drizzle going. And then yesterday afternoon there was a little bit of a drizzle at a different points in time through our practice session from 4 to 6 or so. I think we were out on the field. The weather's the weather. It's not going to be anything like what it was last Saturday. So I think last Saturday was a Big Ten game in November on the road in the Midwest. Those are games that we have to expect to have happen in the future. You're going to have a game like that. I believe, I think Oregon had a game like that at Iowa. You could see Indiana had the game. It wasn't nearly bad weather against Penn State, but you're always going to hit one. You're always going to hit one of those games, and so be it. And I've coached at Michigan. I've coached at Minnesota. I've coached in the NFL in all different environments. I've coached in a game on Monday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers in December in Wisconsin. Those things happen. So, they are what they are. Look like the night, 2 nights later in the Monday night game, what was it, 10-7 football game? And I think you're going to start seeing those low-scoring games in November in the Big Ten, on the road, in the Midwest schools. So, I think Saturday's game, it doesn't look like it's going to rain during the game as of now. That might change, but I hope it doesn't. I hope we're able to keep our fans in full force. But if it rains, we're in Seattle. So be it. And we'll plan accordingly.
Is your defense ready to go up against the pass this week? It's been a long time since they've seen a lot of passes.
Yeah, Illinois threw the ball a bunch. I think that, and actually Michigan threw the ball pretty good. But, last week they didn't throw the football. And last week we've all been in those games that it's not a big throwing fest and that it's either weather-related, player-related, team-related, that you're going to run into those deals that there's going to be some games that are the 13-10, 17-13 type games where it's more run than pass, but we'll be fine.
Starting field position last week made things difficult. I'm wondering what kind of essential components of a game that you try to focus on to win the field position battle.
Yeah, that was the most disheartening or disappointing part of the game last week. The second half field position was just brutal. We had to go over 90 yards all 5 drives that we had in the second half, which is impossible, really. How do you get out of it is you've got to convert and you got to make plays so you can flip the field. We had chances early in the game. We had a 4th and 1 on the 36-yard line that we didn't convert. So then they had a short field. So even if they got 14 yards and punted it, next thing you know, we're backed up. We had a 1st and 10 on the plus 36-yard line, and we threw an interception when we were up 10-3. That would have been a situation where the field position was in our favor. And in the second half, the only time that the field position was in our favor was when we went to kick a field goal and it got blocked, or that we drove down from the minus. We had a 60-yard drive to kick a field goal, and it got blocked, and we just never were able to get past the 10-yard line, 8-yard line, 4-yard line. They had some great punts, and it was all working in their favor. But you got to be able to flip the field. That's the best way to handle it.
I know you guys didn't see Purdue last year, but this year they've lost 3-4 Big Ten games by 1 touchdown or less. What's different maybe about this Purdue team versus kind of iterations of them in the past?
I think the Big Ten is. I think that's just what it is. I know I've said this a lot, but we are not in a conference where it's like blowouts. It just isn't going to happen. I don't know 8-0, 9-0 Indiana played 2-6. Penn State, whatever it was 24-20 and went down to 30 seconds left. These games are going to look like that. So I would expect the 3 losses we had, we lost 13-10 at Wisconsin in November, and our 2 losses against Michigan and Ohio State, it was 7-3 at halftime in one and 7-7 in halftime at the other. And at the end of the third quarter, they were all 1-score games. So I would expect it to look similar to that every week. That is the conference we signed up to be in. That's what we're looking to try to compete in at the highest level. So I believe that Purdue is going to be just like every other opponent we had, where it's going to be a battle, it's going to be a fight, we're going to scrap, we're going to claw. And if we can come out on top, it'll be because of the fact that we didn't turn it over. When we don't turn the ball over, we do really well, and we will take the ball away. I believe in our 3 losses, we only took the ball away twice. So those are the things that are going to matter for us to be able to make a 7-point game, a 14-point game. Otherwise, we're expecting the game to go down to a 1-score game and see what happens.
You mentioned the kick, field position, flipping the field. Your punting game hasn't been consistent all year. What are you doing to work on that?
At this point in time, there's not much you can do. There's not too many things you can do in November to punt the ball better. There's no new players that are coming into your roster. The starters that we've had in our punt, our punt team, some of it we've lost due to injury. And other than that, we're working to continue to speed up the operation to try to get the ball out quicker. But that is what it is right now. We are who we are when it comes to our punt team, and we got to be better at it. And we've talked about it. They know it. We know it. But there's really not much you can do in terms of improving, our punt coverage right at this moment in time, because it hasn't been based on covering. It's been more based upon the kicks itself and the hang time and the directionals.
You've got the Rose Bowl team coming in this weekend. Anything planned with them? Anything you can share with us about that?
Yeah, I think it is really through guys over in ICA, JG, Cam Alasara, and our player development has been focusing in on giving those guys an incredible reunion opportunity and open up our space to them and let them experience our building and see all the changes. And I think they're going to have a cocktail reception in our space upstairs. But I have not been told much about what's happening there. I've kind of been fully focused on our football team and balancing what we're trying to get done, and then also balancing out making sure that recruiting is going the way we want it to go, and be prepared for a signing day, which is about to be in 3 weeks.
Is there an area of injury for Mikel that he's dealing with right now?
Oh, I think he'll be fine. I think he just had a thigh bruise, but I think it was a significant one, but I do believe that he'll be able to play and start.
Good. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.